to the Little Blue Vlog. It's Jem here. Thank you for clicking on this video. I hope it finds you well. I have decided that my last few videos have been really so depressing. I'm so sick of coming up with lots of negative stuff. But there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, as you know, and I'm trying to be positive, and I have been more positive this week, but it's hard to do a video and be positive when you're feeling rubbish, and I'm trying to capture how I'm feeling to help others going through the same thing. I also just want to say I'm sorry that there was no video last week. I just wanted a week off. I needed to just take a step back. I needed to process the move and all the other things that have been going on, and I just wanted to have a week off, so apologies about that. But yeah, I've decided I'm going to be a lot happier today, a lot more positive today. I've got some makeup on, I got some lippy on, my hair's doing some weird thing. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Anyway, so I have been okay. I'm really surprised because I was expecting to feel really rubbish, like being on my own all day, because I'm so used to having mum around and going downstairs and she's there and she pops up and sees me. But I've been on my own now all week and I've been okay. And I'm really surprised at that, because I was expecting to go into a bit of a dark place, especially with everything that's been going on. I was expecting like a crash, like a kind of a build up of everything, and then me just kind of like bleh. So I'm Andy's sort of like, when's it coming? Is the crash coming? Oh, and I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if it will. It might do, but so far I'm actually doing okay, and I'm really surprised. Andy said my mood has lifted. I'm definitely feeling a lot brighter in myself, and I don't know whether that's, it's not because of my mum. She didn't make me unhappy. She is my rock and one of my best friends. I love her to bits. So it wasn't her that was making me poorly, but I think living with her was making me poorly. Living in that house, living in that little room, and not really having any kind of autonomy, not really being able to have that space of your own. I never kind of had that kind of feeling of, oh, I can relax and chill, because I'd be worried that she's downstairs thinking, why isn't she doing anything? And of course she probably wasn't thinking that, but it made me sort of feel guilty if I wasn't doing anything. So now I'm kind of on my own all day. I don't have anyone to answer to. So I'm kind of that's not a very hello. Yeah, so I've been expecting this crash. I'm not saying it was my mum bringing me down, but I do think living in that place, not having my own space, and feeling like a failure. I've talked about this with you guys before, but living with my mum, I felt like an absolute failure. Like, 36, I still live with my mum, and lots of videos about me talking about that. And it's just it's just surprised me that I feel like this. Yeah, so living with her was making me feel guilty, making me feel like a failure, like I'm never going to amount to anything, I'm always going to live with my mum, and all of that kind of stuff. And now I'm with Andy. We've got back to our own place, and me and Andy were at my mum's for nearly 4 years, and Andy and I are going to be celebrating our 8-year anniversary at the end of March, which is awesome. And it's kind of like half our relationship was living with my mother. And I love my mum. Like I say, she's been a rock. She has taken care of me when Andy's been at work. She's had me in tears. She's seen self-harm. She's seen anger, paranoia, psychosis, depression, anxiety. She has seen me at my worst. So has Andy, but he he wasn't there with me day in, day out. He could go to work and he was, you know, doing his own thing, and then he'd come back and he'd take care of me. But mum was there for me every single day for nearly 4 years. And I don't know what I would have done without her. So I'm not saying it's her fault that I was feeling rubbish about myself. It was just the situation. And now I'm back. Now I'm in my own place. The guilt is going, and the kind of feeling like a failure is, what's going on with my hair? The feeling of feeling like a failure is also going. And I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting to fall to pieces. I was expecting to, you know, get really bad and go into a crisis, and, you know, just really thought I would struggle. It's really weird. And I'm still missing my mum terribly. I'm still kind of adjusting to the house. It's not quite feeling like home yet, but, you know, it's only been a couple of weeks. I'm not expecting it to feel like home yet, but I don't hate it. When we first moved in, I really tried my best to love it, but I hated it. I wanted to go back to mum's. I wanted to go back to my crappy little room and just hide under the covers and just do that for the rest of my life. But I've been realising that I've just been so negative about everything, and I'm really trying to be more positive, and I'm really starting to feel, I'm looking around my room, mess everywhere. I'm definitely feeling that this has been such a positive step, and I didn't think it would be. And like I say, I've still missed my mum. I've cried a couple of times. I know she's cried a few times. I saw her a couple of days ago, and I walked round the house and the empty rooms, and I was like, oh, it's really weird. But then I came back home and I got on the sofa and I was watching YouTube, and I was like, I'm chilling out, I'm relaxing, and this is cool. And so I'm okay. And I really think the week off helped get my head around stuff. I'm still not quite getting prepared to do 2 videos a week yet. I will get back to that point. I really will. But at the moment, I'm just trying to get better, and I just need a little bit longer. I'm still hiding away from it all, and it's still I feel very safe hiding away from it all, but I realise I'm just avoiding. And but yeah, so I'm getting there. I'm much better than I thought I would be. And I actually am starting to enjoy being in the house on my own. The first few days it was really weird. I'd have to have the radio on or the telly on. It was just too quiet, and we're on quite a quiet part of where we live is quite quiet, so there was just too much silence. And I'm so used to mum being like, Gemma, do you want a cup of tea, or do you want me to make you some lunch, or all of that kind of stuff. And now it's silent, but it's actually quite nice. You know, I've been getting out of bed a bit later and playing on my phone and doing little bits around the house and going in the garden, and I've had people over. So yeah, I'm actually okay. We shall see how that continues, but, you know, it could continue. You never know with mental illness, and especially with having BPD, you can have real moments of elation and joy, and it's extreme intense emotions. So one minute I can feel really, really great, and then the next minute I can come crashing down. So at the moment I could be just going through a happy hyper phase where everything is great and everything's wonderful and all of that, blah, 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 and then I could come crashing down. So who knows what next week's video could be like. Could be me like going, oh my god, my life is so terrible. And I don't think my life is terrible. I'm so grateful for so many things in my life, but the problem is when you have a mental illness, when I've been battling with depression a lot, anxiety, borderline personality disorder, you go into a negative headspace. And it's really frustrating because it comes out negative on camera. And the whole reason I started this channel in the first place was to help people and support people going through this by being positive and uplifting and supportive and everything, and that's turned into me just going, oh, my life's so horrible, oh god, but sometimes I feel that my life is shit, and I can't help that. Just sometimes I do. Other times I feel like my life is wonderful, but the majority of the time I'm 100% grateful for all I have in my life. It's just sometimes I get down in the dumps, depressed, anxious, paranoid, angry, and all of that makes me feel really negative. So yeah, I'm feeling good at the moment, so let's go with that. How are you? Hope you've had a good couple of weeks. Have you been stable? Have you had some really happy days? Are you battling with a lot of negativity, or are you trying to fight that negativity with lots of positive attitude? Whatever you've been going through, whatever you want to share with me, please talk to me about it, and let me know how you're getting on, because it's always good to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Sorry this was a bit of I don't know what this video is about, but I'm okay, and long may it continue. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next week. Have a good week. Take care. Peace.